If it's Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern time, that could really mean just one thing. It's time for the goRIA live stream. I'm Chuck Failla, and no guest here today. Instead, what I would like to do is actually take a moment to share my screen and share some really exciting news. As we've been talking about for probably the past couple of weeks, we are going to have the first, not ever, but first in a while, goRIA virtual summit, which is really going to be a half-day masterclass that's going to give you everything you need to know about going RIA. So if you're an advisor looking to go RIA, and according to the most recent Cerulli poll, about a third of you are, this is really going to be a non-miss event. We're going to have a half day, which I'm going to walk you through right now, on June 13th from 11 a.m. to 1:45 Eastern time, so a little bit less than half a day, 100% virtual, easy, of course, to get to. And look, it says it right here. It's an unmissable masterclass for successfully going independent. Now, joking aside, I went independent and went RIA, even more specifically, about 5 years ago. And without question, I can tell you that I really, really wish there was something like this masterclass available to me 7 years ago when I was kind of mapping out my game plan. But let me share with you, number one, who's going to be there, but then also what we're going to cover, because this really is going to be great, very laser focused content on how can you as a broker dealer advisor move over to the RIA space. Sidebar, it is going to be available for CE credits, both for the CFP board and the Investment and Wealth Institute. So that's pretty cool. But here's the agenda. I'll start off with some brief remarks, but we're going to get right into it. Our first panel, we're calling Going RIA or goRIA 101, key considerations before embarking on this RIA journey. So what we're going to cover here, we're going to start broad and we're going to get more specific. So how would you want to go RIA? Well, there's a bunch of different things you want to think about. Should you build your own? Should you tuck in? We'll be talking about the pros and cons of both of those situations. What does the economics look like? How do you get your support systems and staffing put together? What can you outsource? What should you insource? And so on and so forth. And check out the speakers we have here, right? So we have Diana Cabrisi from Cabrisi Consulting, Jamie Hopkins, CEO of Bryn Mawr Capital, and Dr. Preston Cherry, right, of Concurrent Financial Planning. Talk about three heavy hitters, all going to bring different and unique perspectives into what you should be thinking about as you're choosing how to go RIA. Okay, then we get a little more granular, at 11:50 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be talking about compliance, and we'll start off with how to register your RIA. This is going to be very granular stuff. How to register it, state registration versus federal registration, and everything we're going to talk about during this half-day virtual masterclass is going to involve a great deal of specificity. How to do it, what will it cost, what are some vendors you should look at? Like, it's going to be very specific. We're not going to stay at 30,000 feet for very long, maybe just to start things off, but we're going to get very granular to show you how to do essentially what I just did 5 years ago, right? And that's kind of the thing about goRIA. It's almost evolved into a reality show for how I myself went RIA and what we've been doing. So I've been having a great deal of fun with this. The next panel at 12:35 p.m. is going to be fee-based everything. And what we're going to talk about here is, and especially when I went independent or RIA 5 years ago, there were a good amount of commission-free or fee-based options. Now they're everywhere. There literally is nothing that you can't do without a Series 7. So we're going to show you if you want to drop your 7. And again, if you go RIA, you don't have to drop your 7. I chose to. I think a lot of people are choosing to drop their 7, and I think more and more are choosing to drop their 7. Why? Well, because there's so many fee-based options for insurance, annuities, alternative investments, option overlays. We're going to be talking about all of that. Again, great deal of specificity, how to do it, with whom to do it, and how much will it cost. We have right now Maisie Hughes, who's with SpiderRock. She's going to be talking about a really interesting option overlay strategy. David Lau, right, who is the founder and CEO of DPL Financial Partners, kind of the 800-pound gorilla in the commission-free annuity world. And this is not on the agenda yet, but we just secured someone from iCapital that's going to talk about how to actually get your hands on alts. I talked to a lot of advisors, and I still find that a lot of advisors, especially in the larger wirehouses, the big banks, that like to do alts, as I do as well, think that they cannot do alts as an independent RIA. Just the opposite. The breadth of choices that you have as an independent RIA is frankly far greater than any one wirehouse, because you can go through iCapital or Case or Direct. You have so many more options. We'll be talking about that. And then last and most certainly not least, we're going to close the day with a fireside chat with Natalie Wolfson, who's the CEO of Orion. Natalie is just such a known quantity in the RIA space. She was recently ranked as one of the top 100 most influential people in wealth management. And we are really, really pleased to have her. So that'd be a great way to kind of close things off. So again, if you are an advisor looking to go RIA, mark it down. You can actually go to the website. I'm going to put the link into the post here, but registration is now open. It is no longer a save of the date. So go to the registration right here. It is free. It is virtual, very simple to get to. June 13th from 11 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. Eastern time. And I will really look forward to seeing you there. I think it's going to be a great event. So for now, on behalf of goRIA, fueled by Investment News, I'm Chuck Failla, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us. Take care.